Uh, so yeah, guys, what is going on? Gonna talk about some goofy shit, of course, as usual, and yeah, I might get some things wrong, so don't rage too hard at me. Um, but yeah, I want to talk about Halo Infinity because Halo Infinite microtransactions. Apparently, if I'm getting this right, isn't gonna launch with campaign co-op. Yeah, isn't that terrible news? Um, and apparently Forge isn't going to be a thing at launch. Again, just like, when Halo 5 failed to deliver Forge at launch. So, yeah, that's shit news. News that nobody wants to hear. So, yeah, man, I remember when I first played Halo back in 2001 when I first got the Xbox. Um, I didn't really care about Halo at the time. I didn't even know about that game really, and they recommended it to me when I was buying the Xbox. So my dad, I don't know if I told you guys this story before, probably, but it's been a while. Um, so I just wanted Dead or Alive 3 on the new Xbox because I really liked Dead or Alive 2 hardcore on PS2, and I was really good at it. Still kind of am, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I really dug that game, and I wanted the sequel, right? It was only coming out on Xbox though, not PlayStation 2 or 3 or anything like that. No, it was just coming out on the regular Xbox at the time. So I was like, yeah, I'll just get the Xbox because like I had a friend who got the PS2, and I had another friend who had the GameCube. So I figured, oh, okay, well I'll get an Xbox. That way we all have, you know, the different consoles and we can hang out and play the different games and whatever, right? So I was with the Xbox. I got the Xbox, and yeah, I got Dead or Alive 3, but $300. That's how much the console cost back then. And the games were like what, $50 or were they 60? I can't remember. And the controllers were like 50 or $60, and I needed an extra controller, right, to play with my bro and stuff. So yeah, $300 plus the controller plus the game, taxes. It was like 400 and something dollars there, and the guy at the it was at Best Buy, and the checkout guy was just like, "You sure you don't want to get Halo? It's the rage. Everybody loves it." And I was just like, "Nah, that's okay." And then my dad like interrupted and was like, you might as well get that shit anyways. I'm getting you all this fucking crap anyway. So he got it for me. He got the game also. So of course I played Dead or Alive 3 first. I dug it okay, but I didn't like the controller as much. The D-pad for Xbox controllers uh, sucked ass compared to the D-pad on PlayStation 2 controllers, so that was a bummer. Anyway, other than that, though, I really dug the fighting game. I thought it was fine enough. But then I popped in Halo Combat Evolved and gave that a try for the first time. And the only other shooter that I really played before this that was similar, well, actually, there's two of them, Time Splitters on PS2 and Red Faction 1 on PS2. And those were my first controller shooters on console that had the whole double analog stick kind of feature. Uh, stuff that came after GoldenEye and Perfect Dark 64. You know what I mean? So I wasn't too big on that control scheme. I didn't really get it that good. But Halo Combat Evolved comes along and it really nails the controls. It gets it really good. And the physics engine is off the chain. And I was playing the first level and I was pretty impressed. And then the second level, bam, you're outside in these grand areas. You get to experience this well made game with this epic balance between melee, grenades, and guns. You know what I mean? And fucking the vehicle physics are kick ass. The enemy AI is relatively smart. it's not a bad experience. It's a fun action shooter game, and it's really fun to play cooperatively. And I must have gone through the campaign about a dozen times with my bro and friends. Like, it's an epic game. And ever since Halo Combat Evolved, awesome campaign experience, especially for its time. Like, it changed a lot. It brought a lot of new things to the table for shooting games and just adventure games in general. And um, yeah, then Halo 2 comes out, Halo 3 comes out, Halo Reach comes out, Halo ODST. And the first thing I do when these games fucking came out is I got them day one at full price, because fuck yeah, dude, I was hardcore into Halo. And yeah, first thing I do is run through the campaign with my bro and usually a friend if we had one around at the time to do it. And that's how we always did it, after that. But then 343 came along and started fucking making the game suck ass, and that started becoming less and less of a thing, right? But all the major Halo games have always had campaign co-op front row and center at launch. Except now, all of the sudden, now that's changed. So that's fucking, like, it's just kind of depressing, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to see that happen to Halo, but that's what's up, guys. Halo Infinity will launch with no campaign co-op. Play by yourselves, bitch. Maybe your friends can watch you play it. Yeah, so, yeah, that's shitty. But eventually it'll be implemented in like a few months after launch, right? Like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, half a year. I don't know. Hey, maybe shit will get worse, right, guys? And fucking they'll just delay the whole campaign. They did mention that. I heard rumors of that like about a year ago, that the game might launch the multiplayer first and then the campaign or something like that. I don't know. Who cares? But yeah, that's not good news, though. That's not good news. So yeah, that's crazy shit. God, like 343, they suck. Microsoft, they've been sucking hard. Like basically a decade now. Microsoft, 343, the same shit, really, right? Like those two will ever separate or whatever. They've been sucking dick for like fucking, what is it? Goddamn decade. Yeah, roughly, with the Halo franchise. And not everything they do sucks, but it's mostly bad, in my opinion anyway. And review scores and population numbers and sales, indicate that I'm more accurate than any of the 343 fanboy defender types out there. But my goodness, like, if you're a 343 fanboy type right now defending all this crap right now, I just, like, admit it. Things aren't going great. Admit it, fuckers. The development of this game is sour. It is not going very smoothly. Sorry. It's just true. And it pains me to say this, but Joseph Staten, who was largely involved in making some of the best Bungie Halo games, I think all of them actually, right? He was there for all of those? I don't know. But he, was a big figurehead on all these games, and they're some of my favorite games. And I respect the guy a lot for making a lot of my favorite games, and that's awesome and everything. But now he's back with 343, and he's doing damage control, He's out there saying, oh, sorry, this sucks, but, that's just how shitty live service games are, guys. So what do you want? Like, I thought that was kind of funny. He was just like, yeah, this sucks, but that's just how it is now with live service games. Like, that sucks, Joe. You're making a video game that stinks, and you already know what that's like, don't you? You helped make Destiny. Just saying. So, sorry, Joseph Staten, but your track record of putting out kick-ass games has been disrupted. Like, I'm sorry, my guy, but despite your best efforts, this is too out of your fucking control to salvage, Like, it's gonna go down in flames, man. This shit's not gonna be that popular. or it will be at first, and then it'll quickly be meh. You know, like, ugh, not looking good. 343, not looking good. Halo, not looking good. Xbox. But this year is a shit year for gaming in general, just because last year we had the horrible pandemic, and then on top of that, it's the first consoles being launched of the next generation, and of course there's bugs and glitches and ain't shit for new must-have exclusives, and the market for compatible good controllers isn't really out there, and you know, stuff like that, and everything is overpriced, and there's the scalpers taking advantage of people right now. This year sucks dick for gaming, is what I'm fucking saying. Don't put too much money into gaming right now, my guys. That's my advice. Wait until next year or something. And anyway, yeah, I'm being pretty hard on 343 as usual because you know they suck, but in their defense, you know, COVID is a bitch, and Microsoft is a pretty shit corporation and all. So, you know, what do you want? I get it. It's hard to make a decent Halo game with these numbskulls, I suppose. I don't really know what the major problems are over at 343. I don't know the people who work there and all that, but all I'm saying is, in my opinion, the gameplay experiences I've gotten from 343 before I pretty much dropped them completely and stopped supporting them by buying their games, playing their games, all that shit. Um, I noticed something. It always feels like every time they put out a Halo game, it feels unfinished. You know, basically, every FPS Halo game from 343 feels unfinished. Halo 4 felt pretty unfinished, even. Like, where's my firefight, bitch? Oh, you got this Spartan Ops trash? This scripted Forge campaign? Fuck off. This is a joke, you know? Anyways. So, yeah, Halo still sucks. Oh, man. Yeah. I'm waiting for more bad news. It's always bad news, right? Especially right before launch. It's always like, oh, we don't have our shit together. Oh, fuck. You know, that's what this is. Again. But of course I called it. I was saying like half a fucking decade ago, oh, I bet you the next one's going to suck. And looks like it's going to launch sucky at first. Maybe it'll be better one day, but I doubt it. Still feels and looks a lot like a cock-a-doodle type experience, you know? Yeah, this is not impressive. Not really. Ugh. So yeah, but yeah, Forge and campaign co-op, they'll show up eventually in like, I guess close to half a year from now, right? That's what we're supposed to assume. I don't know, man. They don't have their shit together over there. uh, what else should I talk about? Yeah. Uh, I am tired. I've been working a lot, but it's been slowing down a little, but still got a lot of work to do. Yeah, check out this guitar, fellers. This is a American Classic Custom Shop 1993. Yeah, Hollow Flake with a Brazilian rosewood fretboard and 93 hand wound Texas special pickups, and it's a John Page era. Yeah, custom shop from Fender. Yep, it's great, good stuff. Oh shit! There you go, guys. Sick. This is a badass guitar, and I got her for 2,100. Pretty expensive, and I normally wouldn't pay that for a Strat, but there was a bid war going down, and I swooped in at the last second and snagged it. So I'm crazy, but I really like the Hollow Flake, and I really feel like these kinds of guitars are the best electric guitars ever made around this time from the John Page custom shop era, because that was the 90s Goodwood era before they really started cracking down on all the Sites 1 laws against rare woods like Brazilian rosewood and whatnot. So you did get a few Brazilian rosewood guitars in the early 90s and even a little bit in the late 90s, but that was kind of mostly PRS territory with like 96 McCartys that cost like fucking $6,000, $10,000. Those have Brazilian rosewood. Some of them. Most of them, I think. Some of them no, though, but whatever. Anyway, but yeah, this bad boy right here, this fucking Strat, this is a Brazilian rosewood fretboard, and it is a killer instrument, and it's too good for a fucking piece of shit like me. So I'm probably gonna sell it one day for money, for more than it's worth. Hopefully these things go up in value. A lot of guitars these days are going up in value, especially stuff like this. So maybe I could sell it for about 3,000 to 4,000 about 10 years from now. That's the plan anyway. In the meantime, I'm just gonna enjoy the fuck out of this motherfucker. This guitar is fucking sick. It's really good. It is slightly better than what you'd get with like an American Standard or American Professional, I'd argue. A little more attention to detail. They round the edges a little more. They smooth it over, gloss it better a little bit. I noticed the neck pocket is more smooth, less likely to crack or get injured. Sometimes that happens when you change necks frequently. Yeah, similar thing going on at the top. It's a little more rounded over and whatnot. Of course, it's got the hollow flake custom finish. That is sick. This tortoise shell pick guard, I'm not a big fan of it, even though, I keep tortoises, but whatever. I like the purple or pink ones or the black tortoise shell pick guards. Those are sick. But the plain white ones or the red ones, I'm not a big fan of those. And I'll tell you why. Because fucking John Mayer has some of those, and I fucking hate John Mayer because he's a piece of shit and he's not even that good at guitar. Why the fuck do people lick his balls? I don't understand. Anyway, so yeah, I saw some polls about classic games. How the main thing that people miss about classic games is you bought your game and there it is. No extra bullshit, no DLC, no pressuring you into buying other shit that goes with the game, no selling little Nintendo dolls, no microtransactions, no special edition, limited edition, fancy edition, ultra edition, megaton edition, whatever, None of that extra expensive shit, It's more basic, more simple. And some of the best video games ever made came from that time. Just look at 1998, arguably the best video game year ever. So just saying, polls indicate what I'm preaching, just saying. Yeah, I've been playing that Nier Automata game. Yeah, I like that game. It's pretty cool. At first, I kind of didn't really dig it. You get thrown into the gameplay aspects pretty quick, and it plays like Devil May Cry or something like that, and there's a lot of those kinds of games out there, and they don't really impress me very much. So that part of the game I don't really care for very much. But sometimes, like, the camera will do this side-scroller kind of style gameplay or this top-down shooter kind of gameplay, and I always dig that. And, I think that's badass in this fucking game. So I'm digging it. There's some funny shit going down. It's alright. And yeah, I got fucking kittens, 3 more kittens. I'll show you guys that stuff later. Those kittens are goofy. Yeah, Afghanistan fucking sucks. That's crazy what's going on over there. Thanks a lot, Bush, for getting us into that. Yeah, remember, guys, this ain't a great year for gaming. So I wouldn't spend much money on gaming this year, personally. Wait till next year. We got Elden Ring coming out, and I saw that trailer for that China Sekiro, but in China, where you play as this monkey dude with a stick, and that looks kind of interesting. I don't know. Hopefully that'll be a cool game. It's supposed to come out in 2023 though, so who knows if the end of the world doesn't happen by then. Anyway, cool shit, guys, and yeah. I'll catch y'all later.